Yeah, I was confident. I kept on moving forward. I kept pressuring him, and he kept on running away from me. For 20 minutes, this guy was running away from me. And then I heard at the end of the fight, he was saying that, he wasn't sure why the victory was given to me. Who's supposed to be given the victory? I've been pressuring him the entire time. He was running for 20 minutes, and then he's wondering who's supposed to get the victory. Listen, I'm happy for a rematch if he wants a rematch, but then maybe in the rematch he could fight for real, not just run away the entire time.
After a tough title loss, the 38-year-old Alex Pereira stepped into the shadows, promising to heal up and come back stronger than ever. But unlike most fighters, Pereira has shown time and time again that for him, those aren't just empty words. He's the last guy on the planet you'd ever want to count out.
Poatan.
In today's video, we'll break down exactly why Alex is destined to reclaim his belt and do it in style. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Unless you're ready to stand in Pereira's way on his path back to gold, let's go. Ahead of the first fight between Alex and Magomed, a lot of fans were worried about Poatan's wrestling. Sure, Alex is the UFC's boogeyman and Dana's personal executioner, but let's be real, he's been ragdolled before by Jan, and even Izzy managed to take him down. The narrative was that Magomed would take Pereira down faster than Hamzat Mauls his opponents, but Poatan made it clear he's ready for everything, including Dagestani wrestling.
Сказал, что ты там даже какое-то время бороться не будешь. Давай.
Я могу гарантировать это. Я и там написал, и я могу с ним, если нужно, до конца в стойке подраться. Но я хочу его избить, я хочу просто напасть на него, просто оказать, что я лучше него.
Despite a lackluster performance from the Brazilian, the missing aggression, the flat pacing, Poatan showed massive improvement in his wrestling. Alex didn't just stop Ankalaev from taking him down and holding him there. He stuffed every single attempt with an ease. And in this fight, we witnessed something nobody expected. Big Ank picking Alex apart on the feet, only to end up sitting on the canvas after an unexpected Muay Thai sweep from the Predator.
This is #1 bullshit.
When asked why Alex looked so bad, the answer is simple: minor injuries and the wrestling threat. No matter what excuses he gives, Pereira went in assuming that Ankalaev was the best grappler in the division. But once Alex realized that Magomed's wrestling wasn't the real threat everyone made it out to be, that's when the switch flipped. From there, he knew he could adjust his game plan and bring back the aggression, and the final round proved it, but it was too late. So we'll get to that in just a moment. In the build-up to their first showdown, Magomed kept running his mouth everywhere, swearing he was gonna shut Alex's lights out and leave him unconscious in the octagon.
Ну, и твой ответ. В конце года он будет лежать на спине, смотреть на свет и спрашивать у своего угла, вернулись ли мы в Бразилию. Я обещаю, я отправлю его в нокаут.
His loyal hype man Ali, aka the Dolphin, was all over social media, throwing fuel on the fire and keeping the spotlight burning. Magomed wanted this fight so badly, he even promised not to wrestle, said he'd stand and bang with Alex like a man.
Сказал, что ты там даже какое-то время бороться не будешь. Давай.
Я могу гарантировать это. Я и там написал, и я могу с ним, если нужно, до конца в стойке подраться. Но я хочу его избить, я хочу просто напасть на него, просто оказать, что я лучше него.
Even though Magomed outworked Alex, he wasn't exactly telling the truth about no wrestling. The guy shot for takedowns 12 times, but couldn't drag Alex to the canvas. Still, channeling that Kamaru Usman style, he managed to slow things down and grind when he had to. After the fight, Ankalaev claimed Alex spent the full 25 minutes running away from him, and this time, he's promising to crank up the pressure, get aggressive, and hunt for the finish.
Yeah, I was confident. I kept on moving forward. I kept pressuring him, and he kept on running away from me. For 20 minutes, this guy was running away from me. And then I heard at the end of the fight, he was saying that, he wasn't sure why the victory was given to me. Who's supposed to be given the victory? I've been pressuring him the entire time. He was running for 20 minutes, and then he's wondering who's supposed to get the victory. Listen, I'm happy for a rematch if he wants a rematch, but then maybe in the rematch he could fight for real, not just run away the entire time.
Ali's still hyping the rematch, saying we're gonna see a way more violent version of Big Ank. But honestly, I wouldn't put too much stock in that talk, because if Magomed really decides to charge at Alex and trade shots, we all know exactly what's waiting for him.
There will be no, I do not plan on taking him down. I do not plan on wrestling him. I plan on going in there in where y'all think he's just this otherworldly guy because he did kickboxing and I didn't do kickboxing. And whenever I do fight him, standing, I will knock him out.
That being said, I still expect a more aggressive version of Magomed, locked and loaded with that right hook. Pereira's gonna be pressing forward, not as worried about the wrestling this time. And the more active Magomed gets, the bigger the opening for Alex to land that signature killer shot. And with the Brazilian, all it takes is one clean touch on the chin.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Let me tell you guys something. There's not one glory kickboxer in any weight class I couldn't stand and bang with. So don't tell me just because you're some big Brazilian, you knocked out Izzy 20 years ago, that I can't stand with you. Come on, motherfucker. Get out of here.
Ты допускаешь, что он может попасть?
Даже вот близко. Я думаю, вот с его скоростью он не коснется меня вообще. Максимум, что он может достать, вот лоу-кик он может не достать. Я думаю, с рук он не коснется до меня. Почему? Я настолько уверен в себе, что я могу его в стойке даже побить.
Before the first fight, I talked about how important those kicks would be, especially against Magomed, who had his legs chewed up before by both Jan and Rakic. The thing is, calf kicks work best in orthodox versus orthodox matchups, but Magomed's a southpaw, and I expected Poatan to mix in those inside leg kicks to slow the Dagestani down and force him into an orthodox stance. Instead, for 4 rounds, Alex kept throwing switch calf kicks with his left leg, often putting himself out of position. Only in the 5th, Alex finally started landing inside low kicks, applying some pressure and finding the target. But by then, it was too little, too late. I expect Alex's camp to put a lot more emphasis on those kicks this time, since we've already seen Magomed slowed down by them more than once. If Alex starts the fight the way he did in the 5th round, mixing pressure, inside leg kicks, and a sharp jab, the outcome could look completely different, especially considering that in the rematch, there won't be a long reconnaissance.
Here's the thing, you guys, about Alex. I could spar Alex, and I could go point for point, and I could hit him, I could kick him. But the difference is, the man touches you, and you just die.
Over the full 25 minutes, Pereira landed 48 leg kicks, 17 body shots, and just 11 strikes to the head, most of them jabs. Alex spent much of the fight circling out, leaning heavily on leg kicks before switching upstairs to high kicks. But this time, I expect a different approach. Late in the fight, Alex rocked Magomed with a stiff jab, forcing him to immediately change levels. If Pereira can find the right distance for his shots, it could be over in a hurry. Yes, I said it before their first fight, that Alex only needs to land once, but I don't see Poatan spamming those left leg kicks again or sticking to the same pattern. For the Brazilian, the priority is damage, and this time that has to be the focus. Right now, Alex is backed up against the wall, If he loses, there's nothing left for him in this division, and even less at middleweight, where Chimaev would probably set a takedown speed record on him, unless we get another Ben Askren moment.
This is #1 bullshit.
At 38, Pereira isn't planning on retiring, but he wants to move up to heavyweight a bit later. And I get it. Against a champion like Tom, there's really nothing there for him. That's why it's likely Poatan will put everything he's got into this fight with Big Ank. I'm not saying Magomed can't shut Alex's lights out, especially after what we saw in the first fight. But even with Pereira's potential injuries and higher activity, age is a factor. He's not getting younger, and even at his best, the speed gap is real. Then there's the clinch. Has Plinio come up with any real antidote for Magomed's Dagestani clinch, where he controlled Alex in the last 2 rounds? Will we see a spinning elbow attempt, or maybe some follow-up ground and pound? After one of those Muay Thai sweeps Alex has shown before, we'll get the answers to these and many other questions in early October, when the fighters step into the cage for the most anticipated rematch of the year. And after that, stay tuned for a full in-depth breakdown of the fight, where we'll pick the winner. And don't you forget to hit that subscribe button with your spinning elbow, unless you want to take one from Alex. The wait is over.